She leads you to this she leads you into the kitchen, which is not really saying much because it's just another part of the giant room you're in. This is one of those houses where there is, the entire house is open, There are no walls, breaking up the house besides the wall to the room to where the little chamber pot is, or the closet. She leads you into the quote unquote kitchen, and there's a cellar door, a trap door, but it's not trap door in the sense of it's trying to be hidden. It's blatantly there, and you can tell that it's often used. She opens it up, and she opens it, and you immediately get this smell of just drying meats and other drying spices down from below. She's like, well, it is my cellar. You'll have to go through the cellar before you get to the basement per se. The cellar is where I keep most of my stored foods. That's my main issue with these rats, is that I really don't want them to get past the basement into my cellar. So I would warn you, there are before I resorted to you, I had to resort to some traps. So the traps are still down there. I don't know if they've been set off or not. So I would just be careful. Other than that, good luck. And she kind of pushes you a little bit down the stairs. Not pushes you, but pushes you in the directions of the stairs.
All right. I'm going to kind of collect myself, make sure all of my belongings were in there.
Mm-hmm. They were.
And I guess I'm going to turn to my newfound companion and say, I hope you're good in a fight.
I can when I need to be.
All right, because I'm not. This is not good for me. But let's go, and I'm gonna head towards the basement.
So you head down into the basement, and as soon as you walk down the stairs, the cellar door above you is immediately shut.
That.
And as you walk down into the basement, you see large crates and barrels and stuff in kegs. You see meats, salted meats, and herbs hanging from the rafter ceiling, the floor that's above you, drying out and stuff. And I mean, the cellar smells relatively nice. It has, it doesn't smell bad. It just smells like a storage room full of food.
It's musty.
It's musty. Yeah, let's go with that. Ice in the air. So you see across the room a wooden door that is alongside of a cobblestone wall of the cellar. It's the only door you can see besides the door you just entered the cellar from.
Okay. Can I see well enough with my dark vision, or?
Oh, yeah. No, this room, both of you, this room is perfectly illuminated.
All right.
Because of both of the dark visions.
I'm gonna make sure that there's no traps right off the bat.
All right. So looking around the cellar, you do not see any traps whatsoever.
Okay.
The cellar is completely trap free.
Are there any sign of the rats?
Yeah. Is there sign of feeding, sign of droppings?
You do see some nibbling on wooden boxes, and stuff, and a bag of grain here and there has been kind of torn open.
Definitely rats.
And there you do see a trail, so the grain and rice that would be kept in these bags, you see little tiny little trails that lead back to the wooden door.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start following the trail.
All right. So you open the door, right?
Yeah. I'll check it for traps first.
All right. So it's a pretty shitty wooden door. If there was a light on the other side of it, you could definitely see through the slits of the door. It's more of a glorified divider on hinges. It's not really so much of a door in the sense of I need to keep something out as much as is I want to separate these rooms.
Okay.
Yeah. However, you easily see on the other side of the door, through the slits, that there is a bear trap.
Oh.
That's a bit big for a rat, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know if a rat would set off a bear trap.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully open the door and kind of... Is there any, like, stray wood that I can use to trigger the trap?
Um, there is do a perception check or investigation check to
I'll
look.
do...
Yeah, do
I'll do
investigation because you're looking for something in the room to set off the trap.
flat out 10.
You find a small bag of like spices.
Okay, I'm gonna just take it and just gently, like, put myself in a situation where I can just drop it straight onto the trap without getting hurt.
So you Indiana Jones this
Just wait, yeah, weigh it out, take a little spice out, make sure it's not too
yeah,
heavy.
you drop it onto the trap and shink, it closes.
I'm gonna take the bag of spice again.
A boulder.
'cause
No, I'm kidding.
A boulder? Oh,
I'm kidding,
wow,
I'm
this
kidding.
old woman.
No, so yeah, but when it does, the little bag is like torn open as the teeth dig into it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a
However,
good spice.
however, it smells nice because it was a nice. It was some thyme. Some thyme was in that bag, so it smells relatively nice.
Crap, we're running out of time.
No, oh my gosh.
I had to. It's
I cast pun, 3rd level.
exactly.
the orc rips his eyes.
I would probably do the same.
So in this room, the moment you open the door, you are met by a nasty mildew-esque smell. And this room is a lot more prevalent. And like, it's not even a task to try to look for the presence of a rat. You can most definitely tell that rats have been ransacking this room.
But there's not any
Adjacent-
in sight.
You do not see any in sight at the moment. However, on the adjacent side of the room, you see what looks like a large hole that has been burrowed through the wall. And it's a big hole. Like, you could, if you got down on all fours, you could crawl through the hole. However, this room is the basement per se, and it is filled with like, it's not food, but it is filled with like possessions, like paintings here and there, knickknacks, stuff like that, family heirlooms, no like extremely expensive things like jewels or gems, but like things that have more of a personal value, like little wooden carvings of small animals you see up on a shelf, what looks like a book, kind of like a scrapbook full of like, family memories. You see what looks like old children toys and a chest full of like baby clothes and stuff like that. There is a small rocking horse. You see a lot of leather stuff like saddles and things like that. Parts of like a wagon, like not so much that the wagon was broken, but almost like they were spare parts if a wagon was to have been broken, to repair it. You see a writing desk with some books on top and like a quill, and a few crates and chests here and there with like blankets. And in the one corner, there's like 4 carpets rolled up. However,
This looks like a place
lot
for
of the
rats.
stuff looks like it's been nibbled on. The saddles and the other leather things looks like they have been like, parts of them look like they have been like eaten. Not so much like giant like mouthful chunks have been written off, but like little things have been like nibbling on them.
Definitely rats. Or tiny dragons, which would be a lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rat dragons.
Rat dragons, I've only heard of them. Never seen them. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and can I cast minor illusion to make like a tiny little flame?
What other cantrips do you have?
I have minor illusion, friends, and chill touch.
Chill touch. So I don't know if minor illusion you can create a flame-like illusion, but I don't know if it will illuminate like an actual flame will.
Hmm.
You know,
True.
kind
I
of
didn't
like it's
consider that.
a flame, but it's not actually casting any light.
All right. Then I'm gonna grab that scrapbook, and I think she'd probably like to see this again.
Okay.
Out of a kind gesture to the old woman who kidnapped us.
To make sure she doesn't do it again.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
brought you something of yours from the basement. Oh, I won't kidnap you anymore.
I also kind of take a look around and realize that a lot of this stuff is not something I'd be interested in keeping myself, so the reward might be going out the window.
Unless,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe these toys are vintage toys.
Yeah.
They could sell for a lot. I mean, minus the rat, you know, you could, I don't know.
Do rats like
Try to look
shiny
at the
things?
Do a nature check.
8.
Okay. So you know that rats tend to like not so much like you don't really know what their preferences are. You don't know if they like shiny things or not. You and you're thinking to yourself like, no, I'm pretty sure it's raccoons that like shiny things, not rats. So you can't really remember whether or not they like shiny things.
Well, I guess we could still try to get rid of these rats while we're down here. Is there anything down the hole? Like, can we see anything?
Do you walk up to the hole?
Yeah.
Do a perception check.
Nat 1.
You, oh my goodness, Samby. You walk straight into another bear trap that was placed directly in front of the hole.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
You take 5 damage.
I thought we took care of the bear traps.
oh, I'm just gonna kind of like wince in the background, like, oh.
You take, so as
said
you
5
walk in,
damage, right?
yeah, you take 5 damage as your foot lands directly in another bear trap, clamping around your leg.
Oh man. I cry out in pain.
Like, ah!
Ah, jeez. I'm just kind of wince and like look away.
I'm gonna try to pry this thing off my leg.
All right.
I'm gonna assist. I'm gonna assist.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
All right, you can do. All right, you can do one of the 3 things. You can either roll a DC 15 strength save, or you can try and disable it with your thieves' tools.
I'll disable it because I'm not very strong.
All right, so roll a dexterity check using your thieves' tools.
And since I'm proficient, I get the proficiency bonus, right?
Yes, you do.
16.
All right, you through the. It's almost like the pain is guiding you as you manage to very easily dislodge the trap, and it deactivates, and your foot is released.
Let's put this in the corner of the room where we're not going.
Upside down.
I say we keep the bear trap.
I could.
It's good luck.
It could kill a rat.
Yeah.
A big enough one.
could
I
throw it at him.
suppose.
It's fairly heavy.
Yeah. So, now that you're in front of the door, do another perception check.
Let's see. Well, that's much better. 24.
24. You immediately, because of your little yell and your yipe, you manage to get the attention of something on the other side of the hole. You hear the sound of like sniveling, like little like rat sounds, as on the other end of the hole you can actually see these little like rats poking their heads out of little hay bundles and little like nests as they all begin to like look in your direction.
Sounds like we woke the rats up.
I think we woke up everyone. I think the old lady probably thinks we're dead and is sealing the cellar as we speak.
Oh, I hope not. I
I have to
hope not.
I have to evacuate and nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Well, she's feeble, so she probably won't make a very good barricade.
It's true. It's true.
She probably just sit a rocking chair on top of it.
Yeah. I'll rock my way over to the.
I'm gonna go ahead and. Are they? The rats are coming at us, right?
Their attention has been kept, but they're not necessarily moving towards you just yet.
Okay. Is there anything big enough?